Everything you know about history comes from somewhere. Books, documents, records, stories passed down over time. But what if that version isn't complete? Not exactly wrong, but not entirely true either. Because history is not just what happened. It's what was recorded, what was preserved, and more importantly, what survived. Think about it. For most of human existence, nothing was written down. Entire civilizations lived and disappeared without leaving a trace. No records, no explanations. Just gone. And even when things were written, they didn't always last. Wars destroyed archives. Fires erased libraries. Empires collapsed and took their knowledge with them. So what we have today is only a fraction, a version of events filtered by time, but also filtered by people. Because history is written by those who win, those who remain, those who decide what is worth remembering and what is better forgotten. There are gaps, missing pieces, moments that don't fully make sense, structures that shouldn't exist, based on the tools we think they had, knowledge that appears without a clear origin, then disappears, as if it was never meant to stay. Ancient civilizations that seemed far more advanced than we were taught. Maps that show details no one should have known at the time. Texts that describe things that don't fit our current understanding. And the more you look, the more questions appear. Not answers. Questions. Because some things don't align, dates don't match, explanations feel incomplete, and sometimes they feel too convenient. But maybe that's normal. Maybe it's just the nature of time. Information gets lost, details fade, stories change. That's expected. But what if some things weren't lost? What if they were removed, edited, rewritten? Not to deceive completely, but to shape a narrative, to create a version of the past that feels consistent, understandable, controlled. Because the truth is rarely simple. It's messy, contradictory, uncomfortable, and sometimes dangerous. So what if instead of preserving everything, only parts were kept? The parts that made sense. The parts that didn't challenge too much. And the rest slowly disappeared. Or was made to disappear. Not in a dramatic way. No big reveal. Just quietly. Over time. until no one questioned it anymore. Until it became the only version that exists. And if that's the case, then what you know about history is not a lie. But it might not be the full picture. It might be a version, one of many. A simplified timeline of something far more complex. And maybe we're okay with that. Because the alternative is unsettling. It means there are things we don't understand. Things that don't fit. Things that were never explained, and maybe never will be. So the real question isn't if history is wrong. It's this: how much of it is missing? And if pieces of the past were never meant to reach us, then what would happen if one day they did?